Good afternoon. I'm Dan DeRosa with 19 News Now. We continue to follow the big story. It is what everybody is talking about around Northeast Ohio. But we have to tell you, our team of meteorologists has issued a first alert weather day for today as well. This is something only Channel 19 does. Our team of meteorologists get together. They say, hey, this is a day that's going to impact your life. Weather is going to have an impact. So we're going to make it a first alert weather day. That's exactly what has happened. Even though we all got punched in the mouth last night, we're going to get punched again. We're going to bring in 19 first alert meteorologist Sam Roberts. Sam, we've got flooding. We know it's happening right now. People are working in basements all over Northeast Ohio. The unfortunate news, more severe weather on the way tonight.
Yeah, we're not quite done with this just yet, Dan. And if you don't mind, I'm going to remove my earpiece because I have a significant echo. So just want to give a quick update on the flood alert here. A flood watch, obviously, in effect for our whole area. Some of these flood warnings are being peeled back, which is great news. But it looks like we have a new flood warning out for Ashtabula County. This just came down less than 1 minute ago. Flooding caused by excessive rainfall, which of course happened overnight. So a new flood warning there. That's for Ashland County, and that's going to be in effect until 3 o'clock this afternoon. So about 2 hours on that one. And then the flood watch in effect for everyone else. A flood watch just means that we are watching for the potential of additional flooding out there.
All right, Sam, walk us through that timing, because again, this is one of those unfortunate situations where that severe weather could come in while people are sleeping tonight.
Yeah, so we're in a situation right now where we're kind of doing what we call nowcasting, which is a lot of short-term forecasting. Not many of the models, one, has really picked up on what's happening to our north. Out in the central basin of the lake, there's a cluster of storms coming in, and I'm not seeing anything stopping this from coming in. Looks like now it has more of a southerly movement to it. It's moving pretty slowly compared to what was coming through last night. Here's another look at it with the satellite on top of it. You can see we've seen some clearing out there, so things are probably going to start to get a little bit juicier outside over the next couple of hours. And so when these storms come through, I do think they may pack a punch, and that would be specifically for Cuyahoga County and east into the primary snow belt. Then, of course, we get our other round of thunderstorms coming in overnight. You mentioned that threat for severe weather while people were sleeping. Nocturnal severe weather is the most dangerous type of severe weather because we're not alert, we're not paying attention. This is 2 o'clock in the morning. Please have a way to get your warnings should we see any issued. I'm about to sound like a dinosaur, but I think if you have a NOAA weather radio, that's the best way to get your warning should we see any issued. Our weather app is wonderful. I love our weather app. It's a fantastic tool, but it's not something that wakes me up just due to my notification settings and the fact that I sleep like I'm in a coma. So if you're like me, you're not easily woken up at night, a NOAA weather radio, old school, battery operated, it is the best way to receive severe weather situation warnings, especially in a nocturnal severe weather situation. You can see that big squall line comes through overnight. And Dan, we are going to continue to see flooding issues with this. Hopefully it moves pretty fast to limit the flooding threat, but I still think we're going to have that threat for some additional flooding. Damaging winds possible with this. The wind threat for tonight, a little bit more impressive than it was with yesterday evening storms. And then we can't rule out large hail and the potential for a few tornadoes as well.
Ugh. Quite the mixed bag. And oh yeah, there was an earthquake on the east side today, so we'll throw that in there. Yeah, and oh yeah, yeah, small 2.3 earthquake near Menor.
Who's ready for winter?
Yeah. It has been an odd summer, and it feels like we're getting all of our spring severe weather packed into about a week. 19 First Alert meteorologist Sam Roberts, we appreciate you joining us. Thank you very much.
Sure, we'll see it too.
All right, take care. We want to move on. We want to continue to tell the story. Many of you at home are cleaning up. You are dealing with flood damage, flooded basements, perhaps uprooted trees because there was so much moisture. Maybe some limbs came down, maybe did some damage to your home. The problem is You know the scammers are going to be out there. We're going to bring in Sue McConnell. She is with the Better Business Bureau of Greater Cleveland. Sue, thank you for joining us. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you.
Let's talk about this term here at Channel 19 and in our weather department. We know what storm chasers are. That's when experts and people put their lives at risk by running out and they chase tornadoes and thunderstorms. That's not what you are referring to here. You are warning people about an entirely different kind of storm chaser. What do you mean?
We're talking about contractors who will come into a neighborhood that has suffered some severe damage due to severe weather, like we've just been having here in the local area. They will go door to door. They will offer to do quick repairs. They will offer to do great deals. They may say they can do this for no money out of pocket for you because your insurance company is going to pay for everything. And when you're in a stress situation where maybe you've had roof damage or flooding in your home, it's easy to succumb to somebody reassuring you that they have the answers to your problems.
And that's where the trouble starts. What are some of the warnings that you're putting out? What are some of the things people need to keep in mind? Do this, don't do this, don't do this. Walk us through some of what the Better Business Bureau is recommending today.
First thing you want to do is not make a hasty decision and end up hiring somebody that isn't reputable, isn't ethical, is going to do shoddy repairs, and you won't be able to find them when you need to have those shoddy repairs fixed. You want to make sure that you research the company, check them out at bbb.org, Google them, make sure you get a written contract with any business that you decide to use that has all the details of the costs, the repairs, the warranties, the contact information for the company. First thing you need to do is call your homeowner's insurance company and document the damage, take photos of the damage, and then do your own selection of a contractor. We like to say, you choose the contractor, don't let them choose you. And just be aware that there may be companies going door to door. If they are, they should be receiving a permit from your local police department or building department to solicit door to door. Don't make any quick decisions. Research the company, we have a lot of great local contracting companies that you can reach out to. You don't have to just sign on the line with somebody who happens to knock on your door.
Sue McConnell with the Better Business Bureau. We certainly appreciate the advice. Thank you for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You take care. We want to move on to some other breaking news. We are hearing that the Willowick fire chief is about to give us an update, and I want to double check this. Julia, you said live 4. We're going to be getting an update. This was the parking garage collapse that happened at the Shoregate Tower apartment complex. This was because of the immense amount of rain. I'm actually going to pull up here for you. We have a daytime picture. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this up or not as we wait for the fire chief to give us, and I'm not going to be able to bring this up through here, but give us just a minute here. Let's see what we can do. Julia, we're getting this here in just a second. Yeah, we're going to be in standby mode here as we wait for this. I'm going to show you, this is a story from our Vic Gideon. He was at this apartment complex there in Willowick this morning as we wait for the fire chief. Take a look at the damage at the Shoregate Tower apartment complex in Willowick just ahead of the fire chief update. Take a look.
This is what it looked like after 8 o'clock Wednesday night as crews shine lights onto the surface area of the parking deck that collapsed onto the underground lot at Shoregate Towers Apartments, the area of the building closest to the lake. Rescue crews searched the area with dogs, and when they left, they say they were confident no one was trapped. People living there weren't evacuated. In fact, they were able to stay the night after crews made sure there was no structural damage to the towers. Orion Wertman has lived in the building since November and is angry, although he knows it could have been worse.
I'm actually furious about it. I've been trying to hold back. My parents keep telling me to get out of this place, and what's funny is I almost went to go get food at the time, and my car's literally parked there. I'm like, if I went to go get food, what could have really happened? I could have been,
And again, the good news is that nobody was hurt. In fact, I believe we're about to hear from the Willowick fire chief out there from that situation. There is concern about the rest of that structure. We're going to turn this over to our Colton, a reporter that's out there, and here we go.
If you just want to point us to the what's coming next, that new information coming next. Are they gonna call me? You have my mic right now?
Yeah, Colton, we do. If you can hear me, go ahead. Let's hear from the fire chief.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I know I'm holding you up. I
No,
apologize.
that's fine.
I'm recording it.
Hey, Brian. Hey, Brian, I'm going to go on the OTT right now. Sorry, they're calling me. Hello. Alrighty, so we are right outside of these apartment complexes, Shoregate Tower Apartments in Willowick. I'm here with the Willowick Fire Chief. So, Chief, you guys have been here for hours and hours. You had a drone team in here, actually. What's the latest on this collapsed garage?
Okay, currently we had the drone team here earlier. They took some photographs, aerial, and they went interior with the drone just to see if they could see anything. The experts, which is the demolition company, and some engineers are starting to show up now. Our goal right now is search and rescue. We've cleared it with the canines, but just to make sure, they're going to go in and with the demolition, remove some pieces so we can get to every car that's down there.
And it sounds like this hole in this parking garage has gotten bigger over the course of the morning. Are folks able to get these cars that we see kind of behind us off of the garage, or is it too unstable right now?
It's too unstable. Earlier this morning, we started moving one at a time, and we felt a tremor, so we've shut down operations of removing cars.
And you said there's some crews here now that are going to be taking a more in-depth look, some engineers on site. So what does the next couple of hours look like?
You'll see activity increase here with the engineers and the demo company bringing out their equipment. And like I said, they're going to start cutting in, I believe, from over here and starting to work towards the center of that pancake collapse.
Do we have any update on the two people who were brought to the hospital last night?
Nothing as of yet.
And I know that there were some reports, it was just the two people that you know of that were injured.
Correct. We heard there was a third person, but they've never turned themselves into us or shown up at the hospital. So as far as we're concerned, we transported two.
You know, talking with residents, there was a lot of talk of a fire or at least smoke seen. Was there a fire at one point?
Yes. Last night there were a few cars that were on fire underneath the collapse.
All right, but none of those, no hot spots or anything like that right now?
Every once in a while you'll see a little bit of a flare-up, but nothing significant.
Have you ever seen anything like this in all your years of firefighting?
Other states, other cities, but never here, and never live for myself.
All right, thank you, Chief. I appreciate it. That's what we know right now. And throughout the afternoon, 3, 4, 5, 6, we'll be bringing you as well the latest from residents talking about hearing the garage collapse and talking about seeing that, waking up to it, and getting a real good look at it in the light of day. We'll have all that throughout the rest of the afternoon.
Thank you very much, Colton Molesky, out there live for us in Willowick. This has been an issue all throughout last night into today. And unfortunately, as we heard from Sam Roberts, this is a 19 first alert weather day. You have to take this serious. I know you're cleaning up. I know you're maybe thankful you got away, that you didn't have any damage from last night. But there is another wave of storms coming in off the lake in the next few hours. But then that major line that could produce hail, possibly tornadoes coming through midnight to 2 a.m. That is such a dangerous time to have severe weather roll through. Obviously, most people are sleeping. We will have another live update here on our digital platforms coming up at 2 o'clock. And then, of course, our 3.5 hours of news on Channel 19 at 3 o'clock. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News Now. Have a good afternoon.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us on social media at Cleveland 19 News.